I recently picked up this Game Boy that a thrift store is going to throw out. It has some issues. I'm going to be showing you ways to repair your Game Boy and save that old handheld from the trash. It's got some battery corrosion, not too bad. I'm going to show you and talk about that, how to fix this. This is just my way of repairing a Game Boy. Do this at your own risk. But, you know, I'm going to put batteries in it as is. It did come with a Tetris cart, one of the best games on the handheld. Here we go. And so as you can see, many Game Boys out there have this vertical line issue. And there's a lot of people out there that would say, oh, my Game Boy's broken. I can't do anything with it. Well, I have a way you can fix this now without soldering. So first, you have to take out 6 screws right here. Sometimes they can get stuck. Use a proper screwdriver. I just had a household one, so that's what I'm using. So take the screws out and place them in a container where you can get back to them. There is a ribbon. You have to be careful when you detach that from the other part of the Game Boy. Just be careful. You can use needle nose pliers, but just be gentle. All right, so then to get the other part of the Game Boy apart, there's 10 screws. A Phillips screwdriver, same one, can get these out. Just take your time and place the screws in a container where you can find them. So, you know, I really was excited about saving this Game Boy. I was hopeful that this fix would work, and here we go. Also, the select and start buttons were damaged. They were still functional, but online for a couple bucks, you can get button replacements, and that's what I did. There's several places that offer these products. I'll offer a link below, one place. And, you know, total, I was out less than 10 bucks. And that's aside from the household products that I'm showing in this video, but still really cheap. You know, Game Boys in operational condition and good shape, they go for quite a bit. So this might be a way where you can repair your original Game Boy. And, you know, I love that. And I like restoring things to original shape. I know there's other screen mods to give them better screens, but I wanted to show how you could fix the original screen. Now here it is. It's a guitar pick or a plastic tab and a hair dryer. Again, you have to be careful using these. You can overuse them. I would say this next step is at your own risk. This is really intended for on a Game Boy that's already broken, that still has a screen appear, but with vertical lines. So this is what I use. This is the exact hair dryer that I use, and this is the plastic tab that I use, and I'm going to show you exactly what I did. So once you have the bare PCB, this repair doesn't require you to remove that rubber adhesive below the screen. Nope. You just get out a hair dryer and you want to blow it back and forth on that rubber adhesive right there, that rubber adhesive strip. You don't need to remove it. You just go back and forth, and you're going to notice that the screen's going to turn black on the bottom part. That's okay. You don't want to do that too much. I would say, you know, back and forth several times, and your results may vary from mine. Again, this is just do this at your own risk. Then you will take a plastic tab or guitar pick and move it gently back and forth over the adhesive strip. Then you're going to let this sit as it's really hot. You need to give it some time to cool off. Your screen will eventually go back to normal. And then once your board is cool to the touch, then you can move forward with the next step. Earlier in the video, I showed that my battery compartment had some light corrosion. So I use apple cider vinegar and I lightly apply that to the impacted areas. You want to make sure to completely dry your battery compartment before you put batteries in it. But this worked, you know, it ate away at the corrosion. I've used it several times. You just have to make sure it's to get it all off as well. So make sure to completely dry off all that apple cider vinegar before you move forward. You know, and there might be technicians out there that have issues with how I'm doing this, but this is just an easy fix that anybody can do. I don't consider myself very technical, but I felt ambitious enough to try this and do this myself. I think anybody can do it if they just follow these steps. So Again, that ribbon attaching the video screen to the back half of the Game Boy, you just have to be careful putting it back in. Rather fragile, not as fragile as like Game & Watch ribbon cables, but just be careful. You can do it. You can be successful. Be patient. You might be able to get it back in easier using needle nose pliers, but just be careful not to tear the ribbon or bend it too much. This one was kind of difficult for me, but just give yourself some time. Be patient. You know, whenever you try to do a rush job on a fix, that's when you're going to probably break things. So there's many different ways. There's probably some extra tips out there for people that have done this more on how to easily get that ribbon cable back in. But after a little while, I was able to successfully do it myself. And it feels good to repair something, especially when it works. I had no idea before I started doing this repair if it was going to work or not. But I wanted to share it and record it, showing others that you can fix your Game Boy, especially ones with the vertical line issue. Now here it is. Before you screw it back in, you want to attach both halves together and kind of snap them together. And then once it makes connection, then you, as you can see, that screen vertical line issue is fixed, solderless, using a hair dryer. That's right. This is one of those fixes that I'm happy to share with others, as I think there's going to be other people out there that are willing to try this, as I see this vertical line issue everywhere on a Game Boy. And you're probably wondering, wait a minute, your front screen is missing. Are you going to fix that? Yes. You want to attach. Now you want to attach and screw back in the PCB boards to their plastic casing. But before you fix your front screen, which requires another part, very cheap online. I'll have a link below if you want. And you can use Goo Gone, you can use a couple different things to get that glue residue. And I see this everywhere. I see a lot of Game Boys missing that front screen. And you know, it looks ugly. And a lot of people will see that missing screen thinking their Game Boy still won't work. Well, it's just a protector of the screen. And so mine was missing it, as I know there's many people out there that are probably missing it. So what you do is I use this using Goo Gone and let it sit a while. And then I had a plastic scraper. You don't want to use anything that's too harsh. It'll scratch up your plastic. And you just scrape that glue residue off. Now, if in hindsight, you should do this without the screen below attached. So you want to do this before you screw back it in. Again, I'm not the most technical person, but you know, showing the video now, you want to make sure that your video screen is not below this when you're doing it, but that's okay. I feel confident about this repair for me personally, that I do have a couple other Game Boys with the vertical screen issue that I'm going to try it. You know, and you know, your results may vary from mine, but I'm just sharing, hey, I did this and it works. And I'm sure there's other ways of repairing your screen, but they may cost more or they might be more technical. This is something that everybody can do, and I love that. So next up is you get one of these, and I got a glass screen cover, and there's several places that offer these, about $5. And you know, it comes, mine came packaged like this. It has an adhesive already on it. So you want to make sure that your Game Boy is clean and ready to go without any Goo Gone residue. And you just take that off there. You want to make sure to not put any thumbprints on that backside, as it's going to be permanently on your Game Boy. So you just remove the adhesive. I used needle nose pliers and got it going. There you go. And just carefully attach this to the front of your Game Boy. And what's really great is, you know, applying one of these, your Game Boy looks so sharp. It's got that shiny front. Now my screen had a tiny scratch on it because it didn't have that protector. That protector is to keep your screen underneath in good shape. But still, you know, this Game Boy was bound for the garbage, and now it looks nice and new. That screen looks great. I want to thank everybody for coming to my channel and viewing this video. Thank you so much for the ongoing support. If you like what you see, consider hitting that like and subscribe button and clicking the bell, as I'm uploading videos every week. You folks are wonderful and beautiful. This is the Immortal John Hancock, and you have a good day.